In the military, we are held to a higher standard than the civilian world, especially when it comes to our conduct online. Social media can be great, but we must conduct ourselves accordingly and understand we are representing more than just ourselves in everything we do, online and otherwise. You are always an airman, in and out of uniform. But what we post can have a significant impact not only on ourselves and our careers, but also our mission. According to AFI 35107, Public Web and Social Communications, military members are subject to certain restrictions on their post content and how they interact with other people online. Please think before you post. Exercise caution when interacting with strangers, and ask yourself, would I share this with my commander?
Welcome to TRTV. Watch this broadcast anytime on the 106 Rescue Wing Facebook page or our YouTube channel.
In Air Force news, General Charles Q. Brown was sworn in on August 6th as the Air Force's 22nd Chief of Staff, becoming the first black military service chief in the 245-year history of the U.S. Armed Forces. Pentagon leaders praised his service that has taken him across the globe, commanding in recent years all U.S. Air Forces in the Middle East and the Pacific. During a ceremony at Joint Base Andrews, Maryland, General Brown relieved another career fighter pilot, General David Goldfein, who retired after serving as Air Force Chief of Staff since July 2016. In other Air Force news, General Jacqueline Van Ovost assumed command of Air Mobility Command on August 20th during a ceremony at Scott Air Force Base, Illinois, succeeding General Marianne Miller. Van Ovost was promoted to the rank of general earlier that day, making her the 5th female 4-star general in Air Force history. With Miller's retirement after 39 years in service, Van Ovost is also now the only woman in the Air Force with 4 stars. In National Guard news, 6 members of the Air National Guard were presented with meritorious service medals during a ceremony at the Pentagon on August 19th for their heroic efforts that saved a person's life in Washington, D.C. earlier this summer. The airmen responded to a cry for help at the Lincoln Memorial during a civil unrest mission. The airmen rushed to the scene and discovered an unconscious jogger. They immediately assessed the situation, performed CPR, and determined that an external defibrillator was necessary to save the jogger's life. The airmen were also recognized by Secretary of the Air Force Barbara Barrett and Secretary of the Army Ryan D. McCarthy for their actions while supporting an Army operation. In 106 news, last month the 106 Civil Engineering Squadron and Security Forces Squadron jointly embarked on a project to improve security here. The 2 squadrons have overseen the construction and installation of a new denial barrier at the front gate entrance. The barrier is a DoD-certified non-lethal blockade that is designed to increase security and incorporates woven Kevlar netting. The new barricade was constructed within 30 days, replacing the previous barrier that was more than 10 years old. In local news, on August 19th, the Force Support Squadron bid farewell and good luck to Lieutenant Colonel Keith Sumwalt, who will take on a new position at New York State Headquarters. FSS welcomed Major Devery Hirth as their new commander. As an added bonus, the time-honored change of command ceremony took place on Major Hirth's birthday.
Get real. You think this little stud muffin here is actually chatting with me? Please, I'm just a figment of someone else's imagination. My user is actually busy looking up this computer's files, gaining access to all points of contact and proprietary intellectual property. And let me tell you, Mommy wouldn't be very happy to know that Stud Muffin here just downloaded a corrupt file like me to her work computer. And Studs McGee here, he'll never even know the potential danger that he put Mommy in. Oh, and I won't be showing up for our hot date.
Family Readiness would like to announce that on Saturday, April 12th, they will be distributing backpacks filled with back-to-school items. Stop by their office to get supplies for your dependents. For more information, please contact Lisa D'Agostino at extension 7133.
With the anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attack, it is important to remember why we serve. Many of our members were not even born at the time of the attack. Some may not have a reference for the sadness, grief, and anger we felt as a nation that day. Let the tribute and light over Manhattan serve as a reminder we cannot let our guard down. Honor those who lost their lives that day and keep them and their families in your heart. Remember, in the weeks following the attack, our nation learned what we can accomplish when we come together. Hold fast to those ideals. We are always stronger together. E pluribus unum.